Well, essentially, 1970, with the loss of a child, I ended up going to New York in 1978, where it just came out as a lament that I did for that loss. And at that time in New York, a lot of things were happening, and some of the people that I was with thought it was just a very special creation of music. And I knew then that it was a story, and it was going to be a story of my life, and it would be dedicated to my daughter. So it's a man's love for his daughter, and it all started in 1978 in New York City. Well, I always knew that the world should know more about how a man feels about his daughter, but more than that, it would be more of a daughter and her love for her father. So that became the fantasy of my world, and it had to come out as a story. So it more or less became enmeshed in my growing up, my life, and what it would be like for me to have her grow up with me. Well, I see Julie as a loving daughter who had to struggle with her relationship with her father. Her father was a very strong, persevering person who basically did a lot of things in life, went through a lot of journeys, and she tried to catch up with him, and she was then enmeshed and immersed with people that basically is part of real life, which is synonymous with the business, the entertainment business. And it ended up being such that it was an intriguing journey of a man and his daughter, and it's something that every single man experiences that has a daughter, and every woman who has a father, they have that special relationship. You'll see a lot of action. Well, the title song, All for Julie, is something that is very heartfelt, and it's very simple. And over the years, it's been recorded in a number of variations, and everybody that it listens to it is touched by it. And as a result of that, when we did the title song, the only woman that will ever get to sing it is Laura, who is singing the actual title song with me. So that is something that will be very special and will carry on. Everybody.
Everybody.
Well, it was an ongoing process. It started, like I said, 1970 when the real process began, because I knew there was something very particular and special about my life. My life has been a very intriguing life. It's been great. It had its moments, but it took me all around the world and doing all kinds of things that were a mystique and very interesting. So it unfolded in such a manner, along with my playing of the piano, that I knew that it was a story. And that story should be shared, and it would be a story that would mean something to everybody on the planet. So that's why I wrote the lament in New York. I knew I had something then, and but a year and a half ago, I knew that it had to be taken to another level. So I found someone who could actually be like the stenographer and capture my thoughts and my concept, and it was a process. And as that process unfolded, I became more aware that I had to become a videographer, because I had to start seeing all the scenes and all the actions and all the people as the camera would, because that's what the rest of the world will be seeing through my vision, through the vision of the camera. And that's why when the part of Julie became a very important role to fill, that when I found the right person, then that was settled right immediately. And that's how everything came together. When I wrote All for Julie in New York City in 1978, I knew it was perfect. For me to say perfect, I have to define perfection from how I see perfection. So, in other words, the music itself is eerie, it's a lament. It's a man's sense of loss. And yet it's also a sense of joy and sentiment so deep in my soul because it's my daughter. And the fantasy of seeing her on the screen is a gift from God, because no other way can I ever visualize her being as such. So the fact that this is now becoming a major motion picture is a gift. And it will be nothing but fun to see other people understand the trials and tribulations that people can get into just by living.